on EA Sports. And the question is, are you ready for some football? This should be a good one to watch. Next on Madden NFL 25.
We're about 20 miles from the Gulf of Mexico at Raymond James Stadium, just north of downtown Tampa, as we bring you the NFL on EA Sports. Good to be with you. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson here in the booth. Greg, we got a couple of teams who love to throw the football, and you know how guys say, hey, we're not going against the other offense. We're going against the other team's defense. Greg, these star wide receivers, you know they're watching what the other guy does on the field here today.
Oh, in their minds, there's no question. They are competing against one another, and I think that's what makes this league so fun is when these guys, they know each other, they study each other, they work together in the off seasons. A lot of times they're friends, but come game day, there is no question. At the end of this one, yes, they want their teams to win, but when they put their two box scores up next to each other, there's going to be some bragging rights come this offseason.
Set to return is Xavier Gibson. Now an opening past the 30. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. So the Jets offense ready to take over for the first time. They are led by their quarterback, the future Hall of Famer Aaron Rodgers.
There's not many guys, Mike, in NFL history that while their career is still ongoing, they already are considered a no-brainer finding themselves in Canton one day. And this guy is certainly at the top of the list. But let's not forget, this is not some washed-up quarterback who can't let go of the past. He is still capable of playing at an all-pro level. And if he continues to do so, any team he's on is going to be a Super Bowl contender.
Only a gain of 1 on the game's opening play. Here's a 2nd and 9. From the shotgun, it's A-Rod. That one taken in by Corley. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Working out of the gun, it's Rodgers. And he does a nice job to avoid the initial wave. They're going to get him down behind the line.
Just nowhere for the quarterback to go with the ball, and which is weird, Mike, because they sent so many guys out in the route. But what does that do? It really stresses your protection. The more guys out in the route, the less guys blocking, and the play ends up resulting in a sack.
On 3rd down, Rodgers. And that is incomplete. He was looking for Garrett Wilson there, and it's going to bring up 4th down.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
And we will not have a return here. This one angled out of bounds. So the Tampa Bay offense set to work for the first time in this one. And they're led by the #1 overall pick back in 2018. Greg, it is Baker Mayfield at quarterback.
Yeah, you have to feel good, Mike, seeing Baker Mayfield back established as a franchise NFL quarterback. He had such a tough journey these last couple years, bouncing around multiple spots around the league. And then last year, down in Tampa, he has a chance to get them to the NFC Championship game just a few plays away. If he continues to play up to his potential, this team's going to be tough to beat.
Here's Baker to begin with a pass. Now, screen set up for Irving. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8.
You see so many teams wait till third down to execute their screen game, but I like in this case the play caller changes things up. He uses the screen game on first down, which will have an effect on this pass rush going forward. How aggressive do they want to get after the quarterback? Because they got that screen play still in the back of their head.
A second down throw for Mayfield. And the reception for Chris Godwin. And they'll bring him down, but not until he gets to the 38-yard line.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. But think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so that might be his first target. I don't think it's going to be his last.
On first down is Mayfield. That pass complete to the veteran, Sterling Shepard. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. Here comes Otten in motion. On 2nd down, Baker. A short one there to Otten. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the first down.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
Now a run with the rookie out of Oregon, and he's going to have a Bucs first down. That'll be a pickup of about 5 as they convert on 3rd and inches.
I think everybody in the stadium saw that run coming, Mike, but good luck stopping it. I mean, all he really had to do was just fall forward, and it would be enough to pick up the first down.
They'll go again here with Irving. And this will be a short pickup down to the 45. C.J. Mosley, the veteran linebacker, there to shut it down. Second down and 8. Out of the shotgun, Mayfield. To get this complete, right side to Otten. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short. So that'll do it for a fast-moving first quarter of play. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. We'll have more from Tampa after this. Third and a yard. From the gun, it's Mayfield. And it looks like he's going to have the first down. The defense was right there, but a gain of 2. Good enough for the first down.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need, but really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
He is in. Chris Godwin. Touchdown, Buccaneers. What a job to finish the play with a touchdown. The catch and carry, and the carry part, Greg, that was the most impressive there.
Well, you said it, Mike. The catch was nice, but it's what can you do after the catch that really separates guys in this league. And in this case, he did plenty because it ended up in a touchdown.
On is Chase McLaughlin for the extra point. His kick is good, and the Buccaneers will take a 7-0 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Kone Wanwu now to return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Jets offense going to take over now for the second time. They'll be hoping to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 our score as this drive begins with a first down. They're going to start this drive on the ground. It's Hall. And he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on first down. Second down and 3. They'll go again with Hall. And he'll have a Jets first down. Good running, gets him to about the 44.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, his offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession. Using formations, using run game and pass. Unmask the defense and understand where to take the play calling as the game unfolds.
He's going to let this one go deep. And he will score. Malachi Corley. Touchdown, Jets.
But you think back to their first possession of this game, Mike, it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their second possession.
Greg Zuerlein now for the point after. The kick is good, and the Jets will level things out at 7 apiece. So back to level after the touchdown, and time for the kickoff. On the return is Sean Tucker. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Baker Mayfield and the Bucs ready to get back to work. We'll try to break out of this deadlock. We are all even at 7 as they start this drive, 1st and 10. Baker gonna give it to Irving. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
Coming off that edge, Mike, you have to quickly determine, is this a pass or is it a run? And once he realized it was a run, he's able to shed his blocker, make the play, no gain.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. They send Godwin in motion. Throwing on 2nd down, Mayfield. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down. Now Mayfield. He'll try and get there on the ground.
And that's a great job defensively here on 3rd down. Not only taking away all the options down the field through the air, but when the quarterback decides to turn into a runner himself, they're able to converge and make the play. and keep them short of the first down.
The Buccaneers getting their punter out there. Xavier Gibson to return for the Jets. And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback and will come out to the 20-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. From the gun, Rodgers. That's caught by the tight end, Tyler Conklin. First time these two have connected this afternoon, and it'll wind up being a first down.
This is such a critical moment in the game, that middle 4 minutes, the final 2 minutes of the first half, and then the possession to come out of the halftime break. So maximizing this possession here before halftime is critical. See if you can get a drive starter. See if you can get an easy completion to kickstart a 2-minute mode, and that's what they got here. Now they got to see if they can go down and steal some points.
Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Throwing, Rodgers. He'll get that to Wilson. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down.
Well, so often we see quarterbacks standing in the pocket, holding it, seeing if they can create something downfield. Well, not that play. That play was simple. Snap the ball to the quarterback, spit it out into the hands of your receiver, and let's see what he can do.
Right back to Wilson. He's got it again. And they'll have it across midfield, down at the opposing 46-yard line. A-Rod down to throw on first down. That's to the running back, Breece Hall. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
All right, so there's really 3 areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel at. Number 1, the traditional handoffs. Number 2, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection. And maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing game.
He'll find Hall out of the backfield. And it'll be a short pickup that's not enough for the first down. They'll spread the formation here. Let's see what the call is on 3rd and inches. To the air once more, it's Rodgers. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
This one is really close, Mike. He makes the catch, but I don't think he's able to establish that possession with both feet in bounds. Could have been a really nice pickup, but instead, it's going to result in an incompletion.
Zerline's kick is good. And the Jets will break our tie and take a 10-7 lead.
And that's a really nice boost here before the break. I mean, you work the clock well, you're able to steal some points. The biggest thing is you're able to build a little momentum now going into the locker room at halftime.
Halftime coming close, and not much time left as this one is kicked away. And this one is fielded in the end zone, will not be returned, so it'll come out to the 30. Three tight ends in the game to start the drive. They do try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there. So we've reached halftime, and the visiting Jets are in front. And we get you across the state to Orlando. And check in with the coach. Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Michael, thanks very much as we welcome you into our downtown Orlando studios and the EA Sports halftime report. This one's been as good as advertised. Just a field goal separating these two teams. This was a very level first half, and I'd expect to see more of the same after the break.
Okay, Coach, thanks a bunch. We'll see which team's adjustment's going to pay dividends here. They're likely going to play a big role in who wins this one. Three points, all that separates these two sides, as half number 2 kicks off. Now it's Bucky Irving to return. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Buccaneers offense looking to get back to work as we begin this third quarter. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. They send Evans in motion. On 1st and 10, here's Baker. That's caught left side by Otten. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. Here's Mayfield. A pass pulled in by Irving. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
Not a whole lot complicated about this play, Mike. That was understanding where the holes of the defense were. Remember, in this zone coverage, you got to find green grass. Get past the first down marker, be friendly to the quarterback, and then the ball has to be out on time before those zone defenders can react to the receiver. It's exactly how it played out here. You can drop all the fancy plays you want, but when the
pressure, too much, and he goes down.
The offense goes from feeling really good about the previous play with a real nice pickup to then on the ensuing play ending up going the complete opposite direction. Really nice job here by the defense, immediately getting back on track. And what do the coaches say? Just play the next play, and that's exactly what they did.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. A give. This is Irving. And he nearly got free. But as it is, gain of 6, and it sets up 3rd down. Mayfield to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
So the defense comes out in a cover 2 shell, and what that means, Mike, is the 2 safeties are going to split the field in half. One guy has one half, and the other guy has the other. There are abilities to get down the middle of the field, especially if you have speed. But really where you can attack it is they don't have enough guys to defend all of the underneath zones, and if you run the right concepts with the right quarterback, you can pick them apart.
The Jets offense trotting back out for their first involvement of this second half. They lead by a field goal as they go to work with a 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's A-Rod. A pass caught right side by Conklin. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8. Here's 2nd and 2. On the handoff, here comes Hall. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line.
This is where you have to be careful, Mike. You find yourself winning in the second half. Human instinct says, all right, let's just sit on the ball and protect the lead and let the clock run out. You can't do that. Stay aggressive. Do what got you here. Continue to mix the run with the pass. Keep your foot on the gas and try to extend this lead.
On first down, they go right back to Hall. And they'll have it across midfield down at the opposing 46-yard line.
Starting to see a back right now, Mike, that's finding his way with this defense. Back-to-back big gains. Have to see, do they just continue to ride the hot hand, or do they start putting the ball in the air?
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. The master of play action, Rodgers. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. He was looking for Malachi Corley. It's 2nd down. Working out of the gun, it's Rodgers. That's over the middle and intercepted. That's the linebacker, K.J. Britt. And the Buccaneers are going to take over at their own 41-yard line.
Mike, these are just throws you're not accustomed to seeing, especially from a quarterback that has played this much football. He's been around the NFL for a long time. He's got to make better decisions. Costly mistakes like that are going to kill his team.
Here's the Tampa Bay offense. They're going to take over once more. They'll have very good starting field position as they set up past the 40. Receiver in motion, going right. Mayfield to throw it here on first down. No one open. He'll drop it to his running back. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. On play action, Mayfield. Open man, the tight end, Keefe. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9.
Really nice job here by the quarterback, understanding what did he need to pick up a fresh set of downs. In this case, that underneath drag route was all it took. Get the ball into the hands of your receiver, pick up a first down.
On first down, here's Irving. And he surges forward for a gain of about 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Right back to Irving. And he's close to the first down. Gets 4 yards on the gain, but it will bring up 3rd down. So, points at a premium. Defensive battle so far as we are through 3. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here is a big one. 3rd down and 2. They go play action with Mayfield. He's trying to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not, and be taken down there.
Looked like a pass protection breakdown. They had 5 offensive linemen and a running back in the backfield. I promise you, somebody was assigned to that linebacker, but he timed the blitz perfectly. He ran through and was able to bring him down for a big sack.
So we get to a pressure kick, and here's Chase McLaughlin. This to tie things up here in the 4th. And this one is off the mark. It is no good. And the deficit will stay right where it is.
And that could very well wind up being a critical miss. I mean, you got to be able to rely on your kickers at this stage of the game. But he can't come through. And this one stays a 3-point game.
So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Now Rodgers. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him.
This is what you don't want to see out of your quarterback. As that pocket starts to collapse, the good ones, they can keep their eyes downfield and feel the rush. They don't need to see the rush. Here, his eyes go down. He starts moving around the pocket. Nowhere to go with the ball, and they bring him down for a sack.
On the give, it's Hall. And he'll get back maybe to the line of scrimmage, but probably going to be a loss of a yard here.
You know, at this point, the defense has to sell out and stop the run. You know exactly what the offense is trying to get accomplished by keeping the ball on the ground. But now the question remains, are they willing to take some risk here and put the ball in the air on 3rd down? Or do they play it safe and keep running the clock by keeping the ball on the ground?
He'll air it out deep for Wilson. That is knocked away downfield, incomplete. He made sure not to let the receiver get behind him. 3rd down stop sets up 4th down.
I'm not going to sit here, Mike, and throw the guy a parade for ultimately what was an incompletion, but can we just take a second to appreciate the arm strength he was able to show there? I mean, I think that ball is over 60 yards in the air, and I would be surprised if they continue to just air it out and see if they can complete one of those.
And not much doing there. They made sure he would not get free. The Bucs offense ready for this next possession. This will begin at their own 13-yard line. So work to do starting with this 1st and 10. Mayfield. Over the... He's hit after the catch, and the ball comes free. The Jets have got it.
Mike, we hear that term run after catch so often, and sometimes people miss that there's kind of a middle phase. There's the catch, but before it turns into a run, you have to secure the ball as a ball carrier, right? It needs to be put away, properly held, points of pressure, front tip up against your body. All of that is kind of taken for granted. Catching it is just step 1. You've got to secure the ball before you become a runner.
Unbalanced look here to the right side on 1st and 10. They will run it over center with Hall. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. Here's 2nd and 6. Rodgers. He'll throw it left and has his running back. And the Jets are going to have a 1st and goal coming up He's out of bounds at the 2. That one good for 15 and a first down.
Big-time completion right there, and this isn't just a spot where they're trying to run the game out here in the fourth quarter. They were not only trying to pick up points, but they're trying to get in the end zone and extend this lead. So, really,
that one taken in. Malachi Corley, touchdown, New York. That is second touchdown of the afternoon. Everything you want to do right there, Greg, in the fourth quarter, get the ball with the lead and extend it to a 2-score advantage.
Yeah, and I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a 2-score lead this late in the fourth quarter, there's just not enough possessions to be had to claw yourself back in it.
Extra point try now for Zerline. He's got it. And the Jets will get out in front 17-7. So after the touchdown at the other end, Zerline is out to kick this one off. Irving now on the return. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Buccaneers offense starting to trot out for this next possession. The deficit is at 10, so an important drive forthcoming, getting started with 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Mayfield. This one is caught by Shepard. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8. So 2 minutes left to play in the second half. Greg and I back on EA Sports. After this, they come up for 2nd and 2. They'll drop to throw. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand. So it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. Open man is Palmer. It's complete. And he's going to have a Bucs first down. They'll have it by a lot. It turns out to be a big gainer on 4th down. Out of the shotgun, Mayfield. And he can't get away. They rally to the football on defense and bring him down for no gain. Here comes 2nd down. Throwing is Baker. Godwin working the right side.
Outbreaking routes, Mike, especially outside of the numbers, everything is about the timing. If you're late with the throw, you're going to be watching that defensive back take that thing the other way for 6.
Here's a 3rd down and 4. Throwing is Mayfield. That's caught. Left side. It's complete. And they're going to take this into the red zone to the 15-yard line. One timeout at their disposal, but the more pressing need, they have to score twice. It's 1st and 10. Now Mayfield. A short one there to Otten. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
The drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and take some pressure off the quarterback and give him an easy completion. The size and the athleticism allows them to try to pick up more yards, but do it after the catch.
And this is going to be a touchdown. Hold everything. They are not done yet.
Well, that was step 1. The offense did their job, get this thing back within 1 possession, so they're still alive. But now they've got to find a way to get a little bit of luck and find a way to get the ball back, and it's not going to be easy.
On comes McLaughlin to add the PAT. The kick is good. Important extra point. The difference is just 3, a field goal here in the 4th quarter. A 1-score game late, and you figure they got to have this one as they'll try an onside kick. He's to midfield.
With the rule changes on kickoff, Mike, it's just so hard to really expect to recover an onside kick nowadays. There's a lot of people pushing for kind of a radical change to this. Hey, can we make it 4th and 15? Offense gets the go. If they convert it, they keep the ball. I'm not sure that ever happens. But we can see here, an onside kick, not much of a chance.
So now the Jets offense ready to take over once more. They'll have a short field, looking to build on the lead. First and 10. Rodgers will take a knee, and that should do it. The Buccaneers forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they get it right at the 30-second mark of this 4th quarter. Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Victory formation here as he's down to a knee. So this one a win for the visiting Jets. They knew this would be a dogfight away from home, and they were right, but they come away with a hard-fought victory. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. With that, we say so long, everyone.